Hi friends, today I'm going to be making an air fryer salmon for salmon bowls. The first thing I'm going to start with is a marinated cucumber situation. I'm just going to slice my cucumbers up into small little discs. Then I'm going to add some seasoned rice vinegar. And some crushed red pepper. Normally I would use Thai chili peppers, but I can't find them in any store in my new area that I live in. So I'm just gonna use a good amount of these, maybe like a teaspoon. I like them spicy, so I might add more later. I'm gonna mix that up, put it back in the fridge, and let it marinate until we're ready to eat. I also have some shredded carrots and thinly sliced onions that I'm gonna top my salmon bowls with. It's gonna be delicious. I'm also gonna cook some edamame. Okay, so I have my salmon here. It's almost a pound. You could get like a pound of it. I like it with the skin on because I like crispy salmon skin. You don't have to use the skin. So, I'm just going to pat it dry on all sides. Okay, I'm going to dice it up into little bite-sized pieces. The skin is kind of hard to cut through, so you need a very sharp knife. Okay, so little bite-sized pieces about that size. Okay, now I'm gonna make the marinade that goes onto the salmon. I'm gonna use a measuring spoon because I don't measure, I'm just gonna eyeball it. So we're gonna start with some soy. Let's do about 2 tablespoons. Let's do 3. 3 tablespoons of that. And then let's start with 1. This is honey. About 1.5 tablespoons of honey. We want this to be salty and sweet. And I'm gonna add a little spice to it. That should be good. And then I'm gonna add some chili powder. I am not gonna measure this. Well, I'll put it in my hand. Maybe like a teaspoon of chili powder. And some smoked paprika. Probably about the same, a teaspoon. And then garlic, probably about a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. That looks like about 1.5 teaspoons. Oh, I forgot what I wanted to add. I'm gonna add this chili crunch. Give it a little spice. I only have a little bit left. I'll use probably about that much. Let's see, put it in the spoon. Yeah, it's about 1 tablespoon. That's exactly what I was gonna say. A little mixy mix. And then your oil of choice. I use avocado oil. About 1/4 cup of that, or less. Mix it up. It's gonna look like that. Can you see? Let's taste it. I think it needs a little more honey. the good. Now I'm gonna pour it over my salmon and let it marinate for 30 minutes to an hour. You don't really need to let fish marinate that long. It will marinate very quickly. And then I'm gonna throw it in the air fryer. So all that extra, I'm gonna cook it down to cook out all the bacteria or whatever lives in fish, so I can drizzle it on top of my salmon bowl at the end. Put this back in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Okay, my salmon has marinated for about 30 minutes. I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna cook. I have my air fryer preheating to 375. I'm gonna cook it for about 12 minutes and flipping it halfway. I might get back to you on that, maybe a little longer. I like my salmon thoroughly cooked. So the 3 ingredients I feel are really important in this recipe. Rice, because it's a salmon bowl. Any kind of rice you like. I'm using jasmine rice. You could use brown rice, you could use sticky rice. The salmon, of course. And vegetables, lots of fresh vegetables. Whatever you have in the fridge for the most part would be really good in this. I've done green onions. I like yellow onions, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use edamame today, so whatever you wanna put on it. If you don't have an air fryer, you can put these in the oven and bake it. You could even broil it if you want it a little more crispy on the outside, or pan fry the salmon. I just feel the air fryer cooks it really fast. Okay. I like to use parchment paper, okay? Because all this is gonna get sticky and drip all over the inside. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the air fryer. Okay, while the salmon's cooking, I'm gonna take the rest of this marinade and put it in a little pot. And I'm gonna cook it till it starts bubbling up and lower it to a simmer till it thickens up and turns into a nice little drizzle for the salmon bowls. Here's the salmon, fresh out of the air fryer. Actually, I ended up doing, what was the time? Closer to 15 minutes in the air fryer, because I wanted the skin a little crispier. Here's my rice. I just reheated some rice I made this morning. I'm gonna add some of the salmon on top of my bowl. I like to do little sections like they do at the restaurants to make it look pretty. We'll see how pretty I make it look. I don't know how pretty it actually is. So I'll do like probably a full serving of salmon, lots of salmon. I need my protein. Let's do one more. 2 more. Here's all my vegetables I'm gonna use. Like I said, you can just use what you have. I shredded up carrots. Put some right there. I love raw onion. I'm gonna put a lot of this. And edamame. I bought the pre-shelled ones because I like to put them directly on top. Here's the drizzle I made with the rest of the marinade. I'm just gonna put a little bit on top. It got really thick. I let it go a little bit. Whoops. That should be good. And that's it. There's my salmon bowl. I forgot in my last video to add the spicy cucumbers. So here's a little video with the cucumbers added.